All right. Winslow, what are you doing?
Um, who are we going to talk to?
Poor man Jones.
And Sally to Shores.
Tally
I'll
two shoes.
I'll go up and talk with them with Ziminiar.
Okay. This- It just makes me giggle. Every time you guys say it's not the two shoes is what gets me. it's, it's the fucking whatever after. It's always the whatever. It just kills me for whatever reason. But
For
yes, you want.
whatever reason.
It just gets me. It's such a ridiculous name. But anyways, you guys walk on up to them, and Harbo, if you want, you can definitely do perception checks to listen in.
I'm also listening in from the side.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you'll be able to hear because you're like right
Yeah.
underneath this little platform,
Yeah, I
so
thought so.
you're good. All right. So you guys walk up, and they're like, "Hello
Hey,
again."
Jones, what's up?
Are they still
Nothing.
dancing?
They are not. They're still just working, and Sally's holding a map, and Orman Jones is kind of turning the ship and such. And they're like, "How can we help you?"
Jones, I'm sorry. We've kind of been ignoring you all night, and it's a rough night for you, isn't it?
Yeah, I'd say so.
You're awfully calm, though.
Yeah.
I mean, Victoria's, she's not getting back up again.
No, she's not. She's dead, right? Did you guys save her?
Yeah. No, we might save the captain, but, that depends on if we figure out how to counteract the stuff we found.
Mm.
Were you
What do
close
you mean?
friends with Victoria?
No, not really. I mean, I don't even think I saw
Oh.
her most of the day. I may have seen her in passing, but no. Normally me and Sally are together. And Sally looks like it's true.
I don't doubt that. But
You know,
what was your guys' day like today?
Today? Well, from about...
Well, the last since before we figured out about Victoria, what was your day like?
Well, I woke up around 9. And then after that, I think I realized I slept in a little bit. And normally I help Boris out with anything. So I went to the smithy until about 12. Then I had lunch around 1 o'clock. From 1 to 3, I then was speaking to the captain because he was asking me about coordinates and stuff for tonight's travels. And then after that, I came up here and have been with Sally ever since.
So you've been up here all the way from that time. You didn't go anywhere around 5.
No, I mean, if I have to pee or anything, I'll either go to the restrooms, which are still on this deck, or just over on the side.
How did you ever notice if Victoria stayed in her room? Like ever? At all?
No,
Possibly.
she
Maybe.
was. I mean, again, I'm normally up here most of the time, so I don't ever see her. But, I mean, Sally, did you see her at all today? Maybe in passing, but
I would like an insight check
no,
here.
not really. I don't think or
Alright then.
recall, really.
I would like to detect a deceit.
Hmm.
I would like to detect a deceit
Do you
with an
think-
insight check here.
Yeah.
I believe I still have my owl's blessing of
Yeah.
the owl.
And you could tell she's being deceptive here.
Can
But
I see whether or not they're being deceitful or suspicious from up on the crow's nest?
Yeah.
Okay. Should I roll an investigator perception?
Insight.
Insight.
Could I go
She's
for a
being
deception
deceptive.
tactic real quick?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna say. I'll say it and then I'll do the roll so you can say how magnificently I fail.
Or you could
Oh.
roll and then you could just fuck up your own speech.
no, he'll do that.
All right,
anyway.
you know what? That sounds way more fun because I know what I'm gonna try to say anyways. And I will purposely fuck this up if I fuck it up.
Yep. I would say you averagely do it. Slightly fucked up.
I'm
All
doing
right.
my spirit summoning just in case.
Alright.
So, last I heard, one of you two guys had the axe, but and nobody else seems to know where it's at. And we're pretty sure the captain got hurt with an axe. So,
No. No, we haven't had the axe. Have you, Jones? And he's like, I know. I've been. You know where I've been.
I'd like to incite this again.
Yeah.
I
I
must
would like
know.
to do this as well.
Yeah.
I
Ziminiar,
don't
you
say-
do
I
not.
can't help
Yeah.
it.
You don't notice it. And Miles, you notice they're being truthful. They don't know anything about the axe.
Okay.
And Jones goes, well, I remember working on the axe in the smithy with Boris, but other than that, no, I don't remember anything about the axe.
That does
I know the
check out
captain had it.
timeline-wise.
I know the captain had it at some point, I think. I think he's the one that brought it in. Brought it in or picked it up, I don't know. That axe, a bunch of people had it today, but I can't remember on who. It's been a weird day.
Same though. Same.
So I guess I got one last question I can ask you before I probably run out of ideas and go do whatever it is I do. Why does everyone else seem to think differently of what you're saying? You told me you didn't know who Victoria was, but a lot of people seem to think that you got eyes for her. Why would so many people have that same opinion?
And Sally, like, looks over at Jones, and she goes, no, it's Johnny who has the eyes for her.
Who's Johnny?
Who's Johnny?
He works in cargo.
I'm gonna do an insight.
Yeah. Go for it. From what you could tell, she's telling the truth. She seems truthful.
Before I go down there, 'cause I have a feeling that I don't have much to worry about with you two. Before I go down, why did you get so immediately defensive? You hopped on that one. You didn't even give him a chance to answer.
No reason. But if anyone did it, I don't think it'd be Johnny either way, despite him having a huge crush on her. I feel like if anything, could have been Billy. Billy always tried hitting on Victoria as well. Everyone did. She was a new piece of, dare I say, treasure.
See, but now I just feel like you're spreading.
I'm spreading what I
Is
see.
there a reason
I
why
work in
you-
the upper decks. Billy, Sarah, Johnny, and Wilbert tend to work on the lower cargo decks. Wilbert being part-time on the second deck with Boris. Gwen works in the kitchen, and then you have the captain. Wilbert also
Yeah,
does
I
handyman
got all
stuff
that.
along with Boris. Both of them fixed the toilets today. And overall, she worked down on the
Look, I get
second
all
deck
that.
and lower decks. So she would have to be dealing with people down there, not always up here.
But that doesn't mean she can't come up here. Since she was such
Or
a
you
jewel,
can't
that
go
doesn't
down
mean that.
there.
Yeah, and
And
eyes do wander. She was so pretty. I mean, Jones, why haven't you said anything yet?
he's just kind of standing there and he goes, "Can we talk in private?" And Sally looks, she goes, "Sure."
Yeah.
And she walks away, kind of almost angeredly, just across the deck and down. Doesn't even notice Miles, and she just goes over to Poopy. And maybe into the restrooms that are somewhat here.
I
And-
have a question for her.
Gonna slowly creep around in the crow's nest to watch her.
Yeah, she goes into the restroom. So she's kind of out of sight. But Orban Jones goes, I think it was Johnny.
Yeah.
And normally her
And
and
why do you
Johnny
think it
had
was
lunch
Johnny?
together. And normally I see Johnny at lunch and he wasn't there. Normally Johnny and I have lunch and he wasn't there today. I haven't really seen him at all today. Something's off. And not just that, Sally, ever since 6 o'clock, Sally's been acting strange.
Ever since 6, you said?
Yeah. She didn't say it.
Hmm.
You guys also didn't ask. She went to the restroom, but she went downstairs, which I'm assuming was getting more drinks. And since then, she came back with a drink. Not drinks for both of us, but she did just bring a jug. And since then, she's been acting very, very strange. And I don't think she wants to talk about me in front of me. And the only reason why she's jumping on it is because she has a crush on me. I'm suave, can't you see? And as he like brushes his hair, almost like his short blonde hair in the wind, he's like, "She likes me. I get it. And I'm aware of that. I didn't like Victoria. Not like that, at least. She was with the captain, my boss. I'm not going to interfere with that."
I would. Look, man, I wouldn't have blamed you if you did. She must have been a beauty. But,
She was, but I'm not going to tap that. Sally's more of my type anyways, but coworker. I don't do that.
I see. It's a bit weird considering everyone else seems to. But, not specifically with her, I meant, the two. But,
Look how it turned out for all of them.
Yeah. So, she didn't like Victoria, did she, Sally?
They got along fine. They never really interacted.
Mm. Do you know what her opinion on Johnny is?
No. She doesn't talk about him much.
Do you know? Do you know what your opinion on Johnny is? What a weird question. Do you know your own thoughts?
Are you senile? My own personal thoughts are, well, he, Johnny's always been a weird one. He's always very elusive, and in theory, I think he loved Victoria. It was that sense of he was almost obsessed with her. But he also hated her for it, because clearly she was busy.
By the way, which one is Johnny?
Hmm.
Where is...
Did he ever give the captains any weird looks?
Not that I've seen. He tries to stay out of the captain's way a lot, it seems. And you guys have you barely met Johnny.
Okay, I don't remember. Was he the one who was inside his
Yeah,
room?
you're right. We barely have.
He was in a bedroom, yes.
Okay. I don't remember which one he was.
Wait, did you just give yourself away?
No. I was just asking out of character.
Oh, you're not.
Yeah.
You're on the other side of the road.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
went to
Okay.
follow Sally.
But anyways, I would ask Sally. I feel like she knows something. I've been up here since pretty much 4 p.m. today. I don't even think I went
Alright.
down to the lower
By
cargo
the way-
deck. I think Gwen brought me my lunch at 12. Well, I guess
By
not
the
the
way,
lower
I'm
deck,
sorry
the
about
cargo
what's happening
deck.
to your boss right now.
Is he okay?
Not quite. You see, we found some poison that was probably used on his wounds, and as far as we know, it was in under Victoria's bed. But aside from that, we only know about Johnny. So now it kind of seems like he might have gone for the captain, or they both went for the captain. Or maybe she was trying to defend herself from Johnny and the captain got in the way. We can't tell because the captain's not awake.
Either way, I gotta get back to work now.
Alright.
As he
Is there
turns
anything we
back.
should avoid talking to Sally about?
No. At least not when she's
Gotcha.
alone.
Mm,
And she walks out of the restroom, and Miles, are you just standing on the stairs?
I had wanted to ask her some questions.
Okay.
He's
And-
just waiting outside the bathroom door.
As one would, I'm not gonna barge in. Jeez.
And she walks out and
I
she
hope
goes,
you washed your hands.
"Can I help you?"
There are no sinks. And Sally, I had some questions for you as well. I know my friend was asking. I know this must be uncomfortable for you, but I heard that today you altered from your usual schedule. You went down to the cargo deck around 6 o'clock, and I heard that this had an effect on you. Like, you haven't been acting quite right. I'm just wondering, did you see something?
Trying to persuade her.
Yes, okay.
I thought for sure he was just gonna come out and be like, "Did you do it?"
It was you in
It
the
was
cargo
you,
deck.
wasn't it?
All right, and she kind of looks around and she looks over at Jones and she goes, "I went to go get drinks. I told him it was to the restroom and then to go get drinks. When I was going to get drinks, I feel guilty about not saying anything, but I saw her body already there and pooling of blood starting."
Why didn't you say something?
I didn't know if she was just kind of doing some weird stuff again or not.
Weird stuff. What kind of weird stuff does she do?
There was rumors that she was into demonic stuff and had talked about sacrificing, and that's why she was just leasing about.
Is that why she... Did you hear anything about her experimenting with various poisons?
No, I never heard anything about poisons, but I know she used to be into some sort of dark stuff. But I avoided her. It's not that I disliked her, I just didn't want to be used for any of it, or cursed in any sense. I'm a bit superstitious like that, and so I figured she wasn't actually dead. But I guess she was.
I see. Yeah, I mean, when you work on the sea, superstition, it's very common in sailors, but... So, the last one to have seen her before then, do you have any ideas who that might be?
Gretchen was still eating until 7. I saw her when I came back up at 6, and she was still eating. She was with Hansel, I believe.
But did you pass...
Yeah.
Did you pass anyone on your way down?
as she like kind of sits there, almost trying to think. She was just like, I I'm not sure. Unfortunately, I can't remember if everyone was where everyone was. I just know Hansel and Gretchen were already back in the sitting room eating. Um, uh, Wilbert, I don't think he was. No, he was on the second because he was cleaning in the hallway. I remember tripping over his broom. I'm not too sure. I don't remember seeing the captain.
What about Johnny?
Johnny? No,
You
I
haven't
don't
seen him all day,
remember.
have you?
Uh, I don't think so.
What does Johnny normally do on the ship?
He works strictly in cargo, where everyone else kind of moves around. He only does cargo. And I think the last time I saw Johnny, he may have come up on break while I was just finishing lunch. Oh yeah, I did see the captain from 1 to 2. And I remember Jones talking to him. But I remember seeing him, but I think he was mainly down in the lower decks with Gwen. Because I wasn't down there. So,
Right. I think the captain was at least in his cabin till 3, and he talked to Boris at some point before then. I know he was seen at that time.
hmm and then I think,
Now, I wonder.
I think
Yes?
Boris was up here with the dog because he had just finished fixing the toilets.
Ah,
Yeah, because I remember originally going to use them and there was a mistake, so I went down and told him, and then I went to go get the drink.
okay. I wonder. You say Hansel and Gretchen were already eating, but could not Hansel have just come up from the cargo bay?
Uh, I'm not sure. I wasn't down there before 6, so I'm not too sure on what he was doing.
All right. Well, thank you for your time.
Mm-hmm.